Hello, hello. So, for a few days, there's been top news of an actor in Game of Thrones passing away on April 7th. And I want to talk about this in relation to my drawing. Okay. So, besides from being famous for acting in Game of Thrones, Micheal Patrick is known for talking about his giant testicle. Okay, it's not a joke. Um, I need to talk about this on my channel because I do drawings of the future. I literally make drawings, and I say that I officially say, and I show myself and I say this is a drawing of the future, and then I make videos such as this video where I show that the top news is actually connecting to my drawings. It's very often that famous people pass away, and I have a very clear connection to that in my drawings. So, yes, you know. Here's another case of that. Top news with Micheal Micheal Patrick, actor, writer for this show. My Left Nut, he made a show about his experience with his testicle, okay? So this is, he was a comedian, and I want to talk about this whole thing here with this show. Okay. It's so absurd, I don't know how to talk about it, but let's just begin like this. So this is I'll very soon talk about Micheal Patrick from Game of Thrones, and I'll talk about his testicle, okay? We'll look into some articles about that. But first of all, let's look at my drawing. My drawing has semen inside of a circular structure, okay? I call this drawing Colosseum, okay? But in this video, you can see that in this video, which connects to the top news of an actor passing away on April 7th, that's just the day after my drawing, okay? This is big, okay? This is top news. It is significant stuff. My drawing suddenly becomes a testicle, guys. And this is what I would like to talk about. You see here to the right, this is Wikipedia. My drawing is a testicle, okay? That's how it is. It's a seed. It's sorry. It's full of fertile seeds, here, this testicle here. When I made the drawing, indeed, I called it some, what did I call it? Well, whatever, guys. I said that in the Colosseum you have these battles, okay? And then I made the drawing of the Colosseum having a flood going out of the Colosseum with the sea battle, with a water battle in it. And I said that, then I'm saying that this is SEAMEN. Okay, this is SEAMEN, and it's a testicle. Whatever, guys. Let's just go back to, because this video is about Micheal Patrick, and also thanks to someone that I collaborated with and made collaborative drawings. So Soulless Trenchcoat is his channel name. His name is Bradley. So thanks for telling me about this. So you can see that Micheal Patrick. So now I'm showing his actual connections. So let's just start here. in the middle of this article, having spent years keeping silent about his testicle, Patrick now can't stop talking about it. And it went so far, so he created this TV show, My Left Nut. Okay, that's what he's like. Besides from what was it? Besides from Game of Thrones, he's known for My Left Nut. Okay, which is about his giant testicle, right? So let's read it a bit, okay? A coming-of-age comedy about Belfast masculinity, friendship, family, love, grief, and testicles. The true story of a Belfast boy growing up with no father to guide him through and a giant ball to weight him down. 400 milliliters, that's how much liquid was drained from Michael's left testicle when he was a teenager. That's more than a can of Coke. He should have told someone sooner, but who could he turn to? Okay. When he was 17, his testicle was swollen to the size of an avocado. Okay, so this is real, guys. Just so you know, I'm not trying to make fun of anyone here, or you know, this is what he did. Okay, this is he's a comedian. This is his biggest production is about, like, who is Micheal Patrick? Micheal Patrick is someone that had a giant testicle and he made a show about it, okay? Then he died the day after my drawing. And what is my drawing? My drawing can be seen as a giant testicle, okay? With seed in it. And so when I'm like, I don't know what to say, okay? It's just like, this is super obvious, but some people are going to like, some people are going to just laugh about this, right? So, yeah, you're right. This is funny. It's a testicle. Yeah, I get it. My drawing is a testicle. Yeah, okay. But besides from that, the fact that it's funny doesn't make it invalid. You know, this is there is you know, some kind of funny truth. Okay, some of you don't get it. Like, some of you think that just because he's like, just because this is funny, you think that I'm ridiculing myself or something like that. No, that's not the case. Because when I did this drawing here, you know, I'm definitely not trying. I'm not trying to disrespect Micheal Patrick. You know, I would probably say that if he would know about this, he would think it was fun, right? So when I do my drawings, I show you this, okay? I show you this scroll, and I tell you, okay, I'm like putting myself out there with my face, and I'm saying hello, guys, and then I'm making a drawing, and I'm like making a big deal out of it, and then I tell you, okay, this is going to be about the future. This is going to be in the top news, right? And what happens then? Well, we get it. We get the top news. So in this case, I didn't know about it. You know, I had to be informed about it from Bradley. Okay, Bradley told me about this. So he mentioned this. So something already happened when it comes to my Colosseum drawing, right? Another thing when it comes to sexuality, okay? So it just happens to be right now that it is like that. Maybe it's because it's spring, you know? It's spring. And when there is spring, seeds come out of the ground and you have new leaves from the trees and things like that. Nature is starting over from a seed, right? So maybe that's why it's so, I mean, it's a bit sexual here in my like one video back, you see more sexuality, right? You see, who was that? Uh, mm. Sorry, I'll just quickly check. I just forgot about it. It's just something that happens. So one video back, I talked about Rupert Everett revealing that he had sex in the Colosseum, and he revealed that on the same day as Micheal Patrick passed away on April 7th. Okay, so both of these guys has to do with SEAMEN. Okay, so the video from yesterday with Rupert Everett, he revealed that he had sex in the Colosseum, which has to do with SEAMEN, while meanwhile Micheal Patrick has a giant testicle, or he had a giant testicle. He made a successful TV show about it, right? On a BBC show or something like that. And oh, that's my channel. He made this My Left Nut, right? Is it BBC? Yeah, BBC. So this is this is reality. This is what you get. This is how things actually are. And when it gets to become a bit sexual and when it comes to it suddenly becomes like this, right? And it's just how it is. And also the symbolism around my drawing. I created it on April 5th, or no, sorry, April 6th, on the midnight of April 5 to 6, okay? And that is the date of the resurrection of Christ, right? Which is a seed. You have to get it, okay? Don't turn off, okay? You have to use your brain. The April 5th to 6th resurrection has to do with a seed, and a sort of tree of life, okay? You get it? And that's why we have this symbolism here that we're not getting away from. There is a sort of sexual symbolism here, right? A seed. Where does the seed come from? Well, if you would ask me, I would say that the soul is a seed, but also what is in the testicle is a seed. Yeah. Then you have something called seed of the woman. It's a biblical idea, right? That's something also. And I believe that this is why, I shouldn't talk about this too much. I don't want to talk about it too much. But there are things to say. Here's the thing, I don't talk about everything that I know. What you get to see is evidence where I look at the top news, or some things are censored nowadays. And when it's censored, I briefly make the argument why it's censored, and I tell you that this should have been top news, right? But in this case, Micheal Patrick was top news, and so it happened the day after my drawing. Everything is connecting in a beautiful way. It all makes sense, and once again, I don't think this is over, when it comes to this drawing, because it has a lot of potential in it. But yeah, I'm thinking that something really, really big could happen here. And yeah, but anyhow, we see, I mean, you could see this giant testicle as something that, so let me go back to that article, okay? I want to have this on the side when I talk about this, okay? So let's read that part again because I think it's interesting. So what they said was that liquid was drained from Michael's left testicle, okay? 400 milliliters of liquid was drained from the left testicle, right? And what do you see here in my drawing? Well, you see a sort of liquid being drained from a spherical or a circular structure full of semen, okay? This is what it is in my drawing. It was the actual, like, my idea in my drawing was to make a drawing of a Colosseum with a fight of men of sea, you know, seamen, having this sort of gladiator battle, you see. And then, but that's also, you know, when it comes to fertilization, the idea is that there is a battle of semen also, right? So just please don't, I mean, if you laugh about what I'm doing here, that's okay. But you have to realize that there is a degree of, I mean, there's a high degree of something truthful going on here, and maybe it becomes even more valid when it's funny, you know, in a way, like when things can be enjoyed, in a way it becomes more valid also. Like if something is sad, it becomes more valid. I don't know if it is scary, it becomes more valid all of a sudden, you know. It's um this world is very strange in that way, but um yeah, I mean, what you need to think about, like I need to bring this up again, because when I go on my leap of faith and say that it's a drawing of the future, it gives me the privilege of being confident later when things actually um, happens, okay? So I'm supposed to be confident. I'm supposed to be confident. Something would be wrong if I wasn't confident. In retrospect, like when I actually see things happen, then I must be confident. I mean, this is just how it is. Because of, like, this is my, how do you say? Uh, this is my reward, you know. I took a risk, you could say, but for me, it's like when I do a drawing, it's like I know it will happen, but still you can see it as a risk, you know, a risk of ridicule, okay? The risk of ridicule means that I have a reward to talk about this. I can reward myself, okay? And I can say that, yes, this is funny, but it's also valid, okay? So, and yeah. So it's just, I think I should end this video now. I just wanted to mention this whole story here. There is a clip where in this show, you know, okay, let's just end this video now. It's enough, okay? So see you another time, guys. Okay, bye bye.